A very good evening to everyone joining us today. I would like to welcome you all to the TechKids Coding Awareness session for the month of February on behalf of SLASSCOM and Dialogue. This monthly awareness session is brought to you by SLASSCOM TechKids along with our project partners, the Royal Norwegian Embassy and Dialogue Enterprise, who I would like to thank for their support. This particular series of awareness sessions are promoted by Dialogue amongst the Dialogue service users to attract budding coders like you to learn and become talented coders who will make a mark in the Sri Lankan IT industry in the future. So in today's session, we will focus on using the microbit and making your own game. To carry out the session, we have with us Pamati Gunaratna. Pamati is a software engineer at IFS R&D International Private Limited. Pamati, thank you so much for joining us today. We can now start things off. Over to you.
Hello everyone, and thank you Sandra for the introduction. So I guess we can start right away. All right, can you all hear me well? And let me share my screen.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes,
Thank
teacher.
you. Right, thank you for the confirmation. Let me share my screen. All right. I think you all can see my screen now.
Yes.
Right. So,
Teacher. Yes, teacher.
okay, thank you. So what we are going to make is a game, right? So the name of the game is called Crashy Bird. So what happens here is, I think you all have played Flappy Parrot in Scratch. I think some of you all have played that game. It's something similar to that. So here what happens is there is a blinking LED which is represented as the bird, and here there are the two buttons called A and B. From A and B you can move up and down this bird, and you have obstacles coming. What you have to do is you have to avoid those obstacles and go through the hole, right? So by moving up and down you can make the bird go up and down by pressing the buttons A and B. And in any case, if I touch that obstacle by mistake, then the game is over. Right? I will demonstrate it again. At the start of the game, the bird is over here. All right? And then you get these obstacles, these moving obstacles, and each of these obstacles have a hole. Right? What you have to do is you have to make this bird go through the hole. If it touches this wall, then the game is over. Somehow you have to go through the hole. How you can go through the hole is by using these buttons A and B. By pressing A, you can make the bird go up. By pressing B, you can make it go down. Okay, I will show how it works again. So right now the bird is here and it will straight away go through the hole in this one. So now I went down. Now for this one I have to go up. This one I have to go down. Again here I have to go up. In this obstacle the hole is here, so I made it go down by pressing B. Again B. Pressed A to go up. Again, I'm going to press A to go up. Now here the hole is down, so I made it go down by pressing B. Likewise. Now, in case if I touch the obstacle by mistake, then the game is over. Right? It will show game over like this. So this is what we are going to make this game. Is it clear the game that we are going to make?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay. All right then. So let's start to code then. I will share a link in the chat to create a new microbit website.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yep.
Can you explain it again? Is it possible?
Yes, sure. While I explain it again, others can open the link that I have shared in the chat. So it will open a screen like this. I will once again explain how these games work. So at first, I will restart the game. So there is some sprites in this game. One is the bird, and then you have these vertical obstacles. So at the start of the game, you have the bird over here, which is represented by this blinking LED, right? And then you have these vertical obstacles coming towards the bird. What the bird have to do is avoid these obstacles and go through the hole, right? So I will show. You can move the bird up and down by pressing these buttons A and B. Okay. So here I have to go up. I missed it. So now the game is over. If I touch the obstacle by mistake, then the game is over. Is it clear? The one who asked?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Simply you have to move the bird up and down and go through the holes and avoid touching these walls. If you touch the wall by mistake, then the game is over. Okay. So did you all open the link that I shared in the chat? Can you give me a raise of hands if you open the link?
Miss, I came now only. Can you send the link again?
Yes, I shared the link again. Give me a raise of hands if you open the link that I shared in the chat. Then we can straight away go to coding. All right, I see so many people have opened. Very good. I have shared a link in the chat. Please click on that link and you will come to a page like what I'm sharing right now. I see 14 have raised their hands. How about others? Did you all open the link? Are you all ready?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Good. Anyone who needs more time?
Ma'am, should we do it a different computer?
If you can't see what I'm doing, then you can log in from another
Thank you.
device. All right. I think that's enough time. All right, then shall we start?
Okay. Okay, teacher.
Okay. Right. Thank you all for raising. You all can lower your hands. All right. So once you come to this page, to create a new project, you have to click on this new project button. Okay. Click on this new project and let's give our project a name. So this game is called Crash Bird. So let's name it like that. Let's name the project as Crashy Bird. And then you can click on this create button. Give the project name. Give any name you like. It doesn't have to be Crashy Bird. And click on create. Once you click on create, you will come to a page like this. Does anyone have a question? You will come to a page like this. You will get a blank project.
Ma'am, where can we insert the blocks?
These blocks will come by default when you create a new project. The other blocks that we are going to add, you can add it from this code palette. There are different types of code blocks available, which are categorized under different sections. There is some basic code block. There are some loops that we are going to use, some logic code blocks. What you have to do is just drag and drop these code blocks. First of all, please open this project, create a new project, and did everyone come to this page?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Okay. All right, awesome. Anyone who needs more time?
No.
Okay. All right, then let's start. After creating a new project, you will see already they have put two code blocks for you called on start, and there is a forever loop. On start code block is a block that will run whenever you start, whenever you run this code, right? So here also, in this project also, on the start of the game, we will have to first add a bird and we have to make it blink all the time. So when I was demonstrating here, this is the bird. It will always keep on blinking at the start of the game until the end. So first, let's add the bird sprite to our project. So first, in this code palette, there is a section called variables. Do you all see that section, variables?
Yes.
Yeah. Click on that variables and we will create a new variable called bird. So there is a button called make a variable. click on it and give it a name. Let's call it bird. Do this with me. Click on make a variable and give it a name. We'll call it bird. Then click OK. Once you create a variable, you will get to some new code blocks appearing over here. Something called set bird to, and there is another one called change bird by one. Likewise, you will get some new code blocks. All right. Did everyone create a variable
Yes.
called bird?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Very good. Right. So first we have to take this set bird to 0 code block. Select this code block and insert it inside this on start code block. Just drag it and drop it inside this code block. So now you have on start set bird to 0. All right, just drag that code block and put it inside on start. Okay. And then you have to now go to a new section in this code palette. We have to expand this code palette by clicking on this advanced. Click on this advanced section and you will get some new sections called game and so on. So we have to go to this game section. In the code palette, go to the game section. And from there, you have to get this create sprite at XY. Do you all see that code block? Create sprite at XY.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. You have to get that one.
Yep.
And okay, you have to put it on top of 0. So now your code will look like this. Set bird to, and then get this code block. From where did we take it? From the game section, the first code block, which is there. Drag it and put it on top of 0. Now it will look like this. Okay. Then we have to do some changes to the numbers here. We are going to position this bird. Right now it is in the coordinate 2 by 2. So that is the exact center, right? You will see whenever you add some code here, it will reflect in the microbit on the left hand side. So since we added a bird at the center, the bird is now over here. But at the start of the game, we want the bird in this left side corner. What? Does anyone know the coordinates of that place? I am having the cursor over there.
0, 2.
Yes, very good. So here we have to change the coordinates of x to 0 and y you can keep it as 2. So now you see now the bird is at the left side corner, which is the coordinates are 0 and 2. Okay, very good. So please do this change. Change this x value to 0 and y you can keep it as 2.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh, right. Okay. Now I told you we'll make this bird blink as well. So you can see where the bird is clearly. So let's make the bird blink. That can be again done from this code block called set blink. You have to go to the game section again and you have to get this code block called sprite set x to 0. Get that code block. From where did I take it? In the game section, there is a code block called sprite set x to 0. Drag it and place it inside on start and below the earlier code block. And this is the code block we used, okay? Sprite set x to 0. Take it and drop it here. And in this drop down, what is the variable that we used for the bird?
It's bird.
Yeah, bird. So from the drop down, select bird. And here we have to set not X, we have to change this drop down to blink. Change this to blink. And then we will change this 0 to 300. So now if you run it, you will see the bird is always blinking and it is positioned at the coordinates 0 and 2. That is what we have done up to now. So please everyone complete up to this point. Change this to bird and set blink to 300. Okay.
Done.
Very good.
Done.
Okay, good. Right. Now you have the bird all set up. Next, we will now make the bird be able to go up and down when we press these buttons A and B. Okay, we will make the bird move up and down. When we press A, it should go up. When we press B, it should go down. Let's see how we can do that. So for that, you have to go to the input category. In the input section, you will see the first code block on button A pressed. On button A press, select that code block and drop it. And here, when the button A is pressed, we have to make the bird go up. After putting this, go to the game section. And from there, you have to select this code block again Not again, this is new code block. Sprite change x by 1. You have to get this code block. Sprite change x by 1 in the game section. Put it inside on button A pressed. And again, to what should we change this sprite?
Bird.
Yes, very good. From the drop down, select bird as the sprite. And does anyone know, to make this bird move up and down, should we change the x or y variable?
The Y.
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 All right, all are good. We have to change the y variable when we are moving up and down. So let's say when we press A, it should go down. Then should it be 1 to make it go down?
It should be -1.
Okay, yes, correct. To make it go down, you have to change it to -1. Okay. Now the same thing, we have to do it for the button B. So you can simply right click on this block and say duplicate. You will get a similar code block. What did I do? Just right click on this code block and duplicate. You will get the same code block. And for button B, we will now change it, this A to B. And what is the change we have to do for button B to make it go up? We have to change Y by
1.
1. Very good. Right. Now you can test it. So just check whether when you press A, it should go up, and when you press B, it should go down. The thing here is, even though we put it as -1 for the button A, it is going up because the coordinate system in here, you will see the values are reducing when you go up. So that is why when you press A, it will go up. And when you press B, it will go down. Even though we put -1 here, it is actually going up. So is everyone's buttons working? Is the bird going up and down when pressing A and B?
Yes,
Yes.
it's good.
Teacher.
Okay, awesome. Now you have the bird already. It can move up and down, and it is blinking. And at the start of the game, it is correctly positioned. Next, we will add the obstacles. So to add the obstacles, what we have to do, I will
Make another variable.
yes, exactly. We have to make another variable called obstacles. So let's go to variable section again. And as you all told, we have to make a new variable. Make a variable and let's call it obstacles. Okay, go to variable section, click on make a variable, and name it as obstacles and click OK. And now you have the obstacles variable. Then what we have to do is to get this set obstacles to 0 code block and place it inside on start. What did I do? In the variables, select set obstacles to 0, drag it and place it inside on start. And then we are going to assign this to an empty array. We are going to create an array we are going to create an array of obstacles which will hold all these obstacle sprites that we are going to generate. So there is a section called arrays in the code palette. Open that. There you have this code block called empty array. Select that and drop it on top of 0. So now you have the code like set obstacles to empty array. So this will create an array of obstacles which will hold all the obstacle sprites. All right. Did you all do up to that point?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Then next we will generate the vertical obstacles. We will create 4 sprites and all those obstacles should have one hole, right? So for that, again, we have to create another new variable called empty obstacle y. So let's, yeah.
Should we put the x and y into different numbers to get them in different shapes?
Yes, we are going to do something like that. We are going to position, yeah.
The empty array, when I drop it in the set obstacles, it turns into array of.
Yes, it's turned into an array. Okay. So what I was going to do is to create a new variable called empty obstacle y. So go to variable section and click on make a variable. And again, let's type empty obstacle y. Create a variable like this. Click OK. And then what we are going to do is we are going to use pick random to generate a random number between 0 and 4 and then store it inside this empty obstacle y variable. So how we can do that is by first let's set the empty obstacle y to a random number. So go to variable section again and select set empty obstacle y code block and place it inside on start. So now you have set empty obstacle y to 0. Did everyone create this variable empty obstacle y?
Yes.
Okay. After creating the variable, select this set empty obstacle y to 0 code block and place it inside on start. And then instead of setting it to 0, we are going to pick a random value between 0 and 4. In the math section, you will find a code block called pick random 0 to 10. In the math section, there is a code block called pick random 0 to 10. You have to get that one and place it here. And we have to change this from 0 to 4. Not 10, change 10 to 4. Okay.
Okay, done.
Okay, good. Anyone
Done.
still doing? All right. Then we are going to make use of a loop. We are going to use a for loop to iterate from 0 to 4. And we are going to add these obstacles. And we are going to use that loop to generate all those obstacles. So go to this loop section and select this for index from 0 to 4 code block. Go to loops and select this loop and place it below the set empty obstacle y code block. And inside this loop, we are going to check something. You have to go to the logic section, and from there you have to select the if then condition. Go to logic and select the if then condition and place it inside the for loop that we just inserted. Inside the for loop, put the if condition. And here instead of true, we are going to check whether the index is not equals to empty obstacle y. How we can do that is again in the logic, there is a section called comparison. From there, you can select this first code block, 0 equals 0. Get that and place it on top of true. In the left hand side, we are going to check the index. In the variable section, you will find the variable called index. Go to variables and find this index variable. Take it and place it on the left hand side of this comparison. And in the right hand side, you have to place empty obstacle y. Again, in the variable section, you will find empty obstacle y. Place it on the right hand side.
Done.
Okay. Then you have to change this equal to not equal sign, which is the second one from the drop down, which has an equal sign with a cross mark that denotes not equals to, right?
Done.
Okay. Then you have to, all right, very good. Then you have to go to the arrays section once again. And there is a code block called add value. Here, this one. In the modify section, there is a code block called add value to end. Get that one. Place it inside the if loop, if condition. And I took it from arrays. In the modify section, you will find this add value to end. Drag that code block and put it inside the if condition. And then from the drop down, here you have to see.
Excuse me. What did you take?
In the arrays, there is a code block called add value to end in the modify section. Did you find it?
Yes, I found it. Thank you.
Okay. And then from here, you have to change it to obstacles, the drop down. And you have to add value to, now to generate those sprites, you have to add another code block called create sprite at x, y. You have to use this code block to create those obstacles. So go to the game section and the first code block, create sprite at x, y. Select that one and place it over here. All right. It's in the game section, the first code block. Place it over here. And you have to change the values of x and y. X should be 4. And the y value should be the index variable, which we are iterating in this loop. So that variable, you can take it from the variable section. You will find the index variable, place it for the y value. So now this is how it looks.
Done.
Okay, you're fast. Very good. So now you will see, just refresh the microbit on the left hand side. You will see there is one obstacle created. Do you all see one obstacle? You have the blinking bird and then there is one vertical obstacle. Do you all see that? Nobody got the vertical obstacle?
I got it.
Miss, I got it.
I got it, but
Hmm.
got it.
I didn't get that blinking the bird. That one.
That one we added at the very beginning. These two code blocks, set bird to create, see, set bird to create X, Y, and bird set blink to 300. Check whether you have those two code blocks inside on start.
Yeah, I have, but I have without
Mhm.
blink. I have put X. So I think that.
Okay. You have
Thank
to
you.
change it to blink. Yes. Good. Now we have one obstacle. Next part we have to do is to make this obstacle move. We have to make these obstacles move. So we will use a loop to create these different obstacles. So at the start of the game, you already had this forever loop with us. Now we will use it. So inside this forever loop, let's add some code. So first go to this loops section and we have to use this for element value of list code block. For element value of list, select that one, place it inside the forever loop. Place it inside the forever loop. And we have to change this value to obstacle. How you can change it is by right click on this value and click on rename variable. First, did everyone add this for element code block? Inside the forever loop?
Yeah.
Okay. From loops, you have to take for element value of list, place it inside the forever loop, and you have to change this value to obstacle. That one you have to do by renaming the variable. Right click on value and select rename variable and change it to obstacle. Not obstacles, it should be obstacle. Earlier we created a variable called obstacles, but now we are making an element called obstacle. Okay. Then click OK. Then you will see value is now changed to obstacle. And the list should be obstacles. From the drop down, select obstacles for this list. Okay. Value is obstacle and the list is obstacles. Then inside this for element loop, we have to add each obstacle we are going to change by -1. So go to the game section. Go to games section and you have to get this code block. Sprite change X by 1. place it inside the 4-element loop. I took it from here. In the game section, there is a code block called sprite change x by 1. Get that, put it inside the loop. Here, the sprite should be the obstacle. From the drop down, select obstacle. And we are going to change x by -1. Change 1 to -1.
Done.
Okay. And then we will create a pause in between creating of these obstacles. So go to basic section and you will find a code block called pause. Go to basic and get this pause milliseconds code block. Place it outside the 4-element loop, but inside the forever loop. And you have to change this to 1 second. That is 1000 milliseconds. Change it to 1 second. Now you can refresh the microbit. You will see an obstacle is created within each second. And it will stop at the end. The obstacles will move towards left each second.
Teacher,
You can run and see.
teacher,
Yep.
my bird is not going all the way down.
Not going all the way down. Sorry, can you repeat the question? Let me know the issue in the chat if you can't unmute. Still, the bird should be there. It should be blinking and it should be able to move up and down. And you will see an obstacle moving from the left, from the right hand to the left hand side. It will move to the front. Each second it will come to the front. And it will stop when it is at the end. Okay. Everyone done up to this point?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Then we
In
will
what you did last, I didn't see properly.
last what I did was this forever loop, and then I checked it by running whether it is working fine. You will see that there is one obstacle which is coming.
But my one, I don't know why it's showing like a
Hmm?
red color, like a warning symbol.
Where? In which part?
In the green color one, light green one.
Over here? For
Yeah,
element.
no, everywhere, full block.
Okay, so did you change this value to obstacle? Did you rename the variable?
Yes, you can see this one.
You have to rename the variable to obstacle, and the list, it should be obstacles.
Yeah, I did like that. Can you see my screen? I am showing in video.
Are you sharing your screen?
No, I'm on the video.
Oh, okay. Let me spotlight. Still can't see. I'll stop sharing. So, for element obstacle of obstacles, do obstacles change x by from the drop down inside the loop? It should be obstacle, not obstacles.
Okay.
Obstacle change x by -1.
Okay.
Yes, that can change it to obstacle.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, now again check. I'll share my screen again. Think I'm sharing the correct screen. Yeah. So up to now you have the blinking bird and you will see one obstacle moving to the front. Any other issues? Okay, shall we continue then? Right. Next, we have to make these obstacles disappear when it comes to this leftmost corner. And again, and you have to make it disappear somehow, right? So how we can do that is by creating another loop. So go to loops and select the while loop, place it on top of, yeah.
My one is, it's not working. Can you check mine?
Yeah, sure. Can you share your screen?
Yes.
You can share. I cannot see yet. Change obstacle by 1. Can you go up? Wait. Yeah, wait. Create text in my bird. Set blend. Obstacles. Empty obstacle y. Pick random. Equals 0.
Pick random 0 to 4.
Where? From 0 to 4. Ah, yeah. Pick random 0 to 4. It should be not 10. Check now. Can you rerun the microbit and check?
I didn't understand, teacher.
Again, run the microbit and check whether it is working now. In the left hand side, you can see the output. Can you give me remote control? No. Still it is coming. Let's see over here.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
I have a small problem.
What is the problem?
It's not working.
Okay, let's see. Bird settling to 300.
Teacher?
Yes.
My bird is not going all the way down to the last pixel.
Oh, we'll see. Wait.
The error is 4. X is 4, but Y is 2. Y should be index.
Yeah, very good. Here the variables should be index. Now it is correct. Right. Can you check? I have stopped your screen sharing.
Teacher,
Yes, the other
can I
one.
share my screen?
Yes, quickly.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah. Here, inside the do, it should be obstacle. Yeah, that is correct. Obstacle, change x by -1. In the for loop, it should be from 0 to obstacles. From 0 to obstacles. Up, not there. That should be -1. From 0 to obstacles. Select the drop down. Click on it. Obstacles. Change it to obstacles. Yes.
Teacher,
Now the warning will go. Forever. You have taken the wrong for loop. Can you give me remote control? You have to take this for loop. This one should be obstacle. This should be obstacles. And this one should be change explain. In the connection, there is an issue. Can you put the correct for loop inside? Yep. And the other one you can drag and drop it in the code palette to delete. Yes, now okay. No?
teacher. My problem is my bird is not going all the way down.
For that, check whether, let me share my screen again. In the button B pressed, did you put it as 1? Change Y by 1? Or some other value did you put? Can you see my
I
screen?
changed it by 1.
For A also, is it -1? For button A press, you have to change Y by -1. For button B, it should be +1. Is it like that?
No, it's button B is 1. Bird
Mm.
y to 1.
Not
But
set
name,
y. It should be changed y by 1. Get that correct code block? It should be changed by x. You have to take this code block, right? And then change it to y. And the sprite should be bird. Can you change it like that? It should not be set y to 1. It should be changed y by 1. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Do it like that and see, will you? We will continue because we have a few minutes left. All right. So we were doing this change over here inside the forever loop. What we are going to do next is we have to delete the obstacle once it comes to this leftmost corner. So we have added this while loop in here, and here for the condition, instead of false, there is some logic we have to put. So that one, go to this logic section. Do this with me, everyone. The issues you can check it later. First, do what I am doing now. Did everyone add this while loop?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes,
Then, okay, very good. Then go to the logic section, and there you will find a section called Boolean. There you get the first code block, which has and. Place it on top of false in the forever loop, in the while loop. And for the left hand side, again you have to go to logic and take this first code block under the comparison section. Go to logic and take the first code block under comparison section and place it on the left hand side of this. And you have to do the same for the right hand side. Again, go to logic and take the first code block under comparison section. Put it to the right hand side.
Miss,
Yes.
what's the first block you put on the false?
Yes, I took in the logic under Boolean section, there is a code block with the and. This one. Under Boolean section, the first code block with the and. First put that, and on the left hand and the right side, you have to put the first code block under comparison section. Okay. Did you find it?
In logic,
Yes.
it's the first one. Then after that, it's in comparison, it's the first one, right?
Yeah, correct.
Thank you.
Ryan's issue we will check. So after putting
In mine,
yeah.
when the 0 0 comes, and in the end the and doesn't come, one dot is cover.
One dot is
In one there is 0 and there is 0. From boolean, you're supposed to take the first one, right?
Yes. The first
And
one.
and it's and it comes, and then an and comes, then the zero comes.
Yes.
The like in your one 2 doesn't come.
I put it twice. So the comparison, from comparison, I took it once and put it to the left side. And again, I took it and put it to the right side. Put it twice to the left side and the right side. Is it clear? Put it to the right side as well. Drag it and put it to the left side of the and the right side of the and. Yes.
It's clear. Thank you.
Right. Afterwards, let's put the values for these left-hand side and right-hand side of these conditions. So the first, let's consider the left side. There we have to check whether the length of the array obstacles is greater than 0. So you have to take length of array from the arrays section. Go to the arrays section, and there is a code block called length of array list. Go to the arrays section and get length of array list. Go to arrays, select length of array list and put it to the left side. And from the drop down, you have to select obstacles. From the drop down, select obstacles. Done?
Yes.
Good. Then you have to change this equal sign to the greater than sign. You have to change it to the greater than symbol. Change this equal to the greater than symbol. And this one you can leave it as 0. Please do up to this point. Length of array, I took it from the array section. And then I changed the list to obstacles. And again, from this drop down, I changed the comparison to greater than symbol. And 0, you can leave it as 0. Please do up to that.
Means what did you say? I didn't understand.
Which part did you add this length of array code block? From the arrays, did you add length of array?
Yeah, after that, what did you do?
Then the list, you have to change it to obstacles from the drop down. Did you do that?
After that, what do you do?
Then change this comparison. It was equal sign before. I change it to greater than symbol. That's all. Change it to greater than. Yeah. Okay. Then the left side is done. Then the right side, this section, you have to again go to arrays and you have to get this code block, get value at 0. But no, before going to that, you have to go to the game section. Sorry. First go to the games section game section, and from there you have to select Sprite X code block. Select the Sprite X code block. Did you find this one, Sprite X, in the game section?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Go to the game section and get the Sprite export block and place it on the on the right hand side over here. And here, instead of Sprite, you have to put something else from the arrays section. You have to take get value at 0. You have to get this code block. Get value at 0 and place it on top of Sprite.
After the Sprite, why is the after the Sprite part dark green?
After the Sprite, first it was like this, right? Then I went to the game section and took Sprite X. Then what I did was, here instead of Sprite, I went to arrays and took list get value at and place it on top of Sprite. Okay. Then you can remove these unnecessary code blocks. Now it should be looking like this. From this top down, the list should be obstacles.
In mine the list set at 0. So why is it exactly it doesn't come on the Sprite.
It doesn't come on the Sprite. Can you share your screen quickly?
Teacher, we want to delete the Sprite.
Yes, remove that Sprite. Obstacle of obstacles. Do obstacles independence by 1. Length of array. I cannot see clearly. Move up. Length of array. Obstacles greater than 0. Then and Sprite x to 0. Sprite, not Sprite. You have to. Yeah, you can stop sharing. I will share my screen again. I will disable the chat, everyone. Okay, so here, can you see my screen again?
Yes.
Okay, so the one who asked the question, first you have to go to game and take this Sprite X code block. Okay. Yes.
Can I remove the small list block?
Yes, you can remove that also. First go to game and take Sprite X and then instead of sprite, what I did was I went to arrays and took this get value at 0 and place it on top of sprite. And then from this drop down, I selected obstacles. That's what we did. Okay. Then inside this while do section, you have to delete that leftmost obstacle. So there is a code block called delete sprite. You have to go to game section and select delete sprite. Select that code block and put it inside the while do loop. Please do this with me.
In the, I am not getting it. That because after the end 0 0 my
Rashad, we will check your error again, Rashad. I'll finish this. Give me a few minutes. Till then, do the rest. Will you? Then we'll check. Because only 5 minutes left. There is some more to do. Okay. We will check. Till then, do the rest of the parts. Inside this while do, go to game section and select this delete code block and place it inside the while do. And then here instead of sprite, you have to go to arrays and select get and remove value at 0. Go to arrays and select get and remove value at 0 and place it here. Done up to that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. Then here the list, what should it be? You have to change it to obstacles and you can leave it as 0. All right. Now you change this to obstacles, everyone, and then run it and see when it comes to the leftmost corner. Now it should delete. The obstacle is now deleted. Is it working like that when you run? The obstacle is deleted once it comes to the leftmost corner. Is it working fine like that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Then what we have to do now, up to now, there is only one obstacle appearing, right? So we need to create more obstacles. So simply we can take this obstacle generation code and put it inside the forever loop. So we have only done it on start. So we can get that code and put it inside the forever loop. The code that you need to take is this one. In the onStart code block, we have put set empty obstacle y pick random 0 to 4. That code block and the for loop, we have to take those two code blocks and place it in here. So it will look like this. You have to remove those two code blocks from onStart and place it inside the forever loop like this. So now you have the set empty obstacle y pick random 0 to 4 inside the forever loop. And also this 4 index from 0 to 4. That is also inside the forever loop. Now you can run it and see. You should see multiple obstacles are appearing, but not in a nice way. You will get multiple obstacles, but everything is moving together. They'll see something like that. You should be seeing something like this in the output.
Teacher, do we have to put a pause block?
Yes, the pause block is there. Yeah, you're asking to put a spacing
Teacher.
between the blocks, right?
Teacher, I have a problem.
Yeah, what is it?
Can't delete my obstacles is not hide.
Is it appearing like this? Like
No, teacher.
my one?
No.
In a different way. So where did we add the delete one? Over here, check whether the code is correct. In the while loop, delete obstacles, get and remove value of text. Did you change this to obstacles?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. And on the top, is this condition correct? Length of array obstacles greater than 0 and obstacles get value at 0x equals 0. Is it like that? Recheck.
Yes.
Okay. Then it should work fine. Can you give me some minutes till I finish this and then we'll check the questions? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
I think my one is wrong. I cannot see. Can you just check it, please?
Okay, then if I check your one, I have to check the others one also. Can you do the rest and then we'll check all the issues at the end? Okay. Yes, please. Thank you. Now we have generated more obstacles, but it is not showing in a nice manner. So we will create some ticks. Introduce a ticks variable to count how many iterations that should be done inside this forever loop. So let's go to variables again. Everyone please do this, and at the very end we'll check all the issues. Go to variables and click on make a variable. And let's introduce a new variable called ticks. Make a new variable called ticks and click OK. Okay. Then go to the logic section. Go to logic and get the if then condition. Is everyone with me? Did everyone create a variable called ticks?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. Then go to
Teacher, I
logic.
couldn't understand what you're saying.
In the variables, did you create a new variable called ticks?
Wait.
Okay.
What's the name?
Ticks. T-I-C-K-S.
Yes.
All right. Then click OK.
Okay.
Then go to logic. Everyone do this with me. Go to logic And then you have to select this if true then code block.
Okay.
If true then, and then drag it and place it below the 4-element code block. And you can put the rest of the code block inside like this.
Teacher, I couldn't understand anything.
Go to logic, and did you take this if true then code block?
Yeah.
Then drag it, and inside this forever loop which we were working earlier,
Yeah.
we had a code block called 4-element obstacle. You added that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take this if then code block and place it below that code block. And put the rest of the codes inside this if then condition. Like this, it should look like this.
Okay.
Then you can take this pause code block outside the if condition and place it like this. Take the pause code block outside the if condition. Okay. Did everyone do up to that?
Yes.
Very good. Then here instead of true, we have to change the logic of this if condition. So again, you have to go to logic and select the first code block under the comparison section. Select the first code block under comparison section and place it on top of true. Place it on top of true. Okay.
Okay. Teacher, that's a comparison section, please.
Yes. Under comparison section, the first one, place it on top of true. Okay. Then go to, all right. Then go to the math section. Math section, and you will find a code block called remainder of 0 divided by 1.
Yeah.
Yes, take that one and place it on the left side of this comparison block.
Okay.
All right. Then instead of 0 in this remainder of, you have to place the new variable that we created, ticks variable.
Yeah.
Go to variables. Yeah. Take that code and put it on top of 0.
Okay.
Yes. Everyone okay?
Yes.
Then you have to divide the remainder of ticks by not 1, it should be 3. Change it to 3. Change this value to 3. Then again go to variables and take this change ticks by 1 code block. Change ticks by 1 code block and place it on top of post. This is outside the if condition, okay? Place it on top of pose. like this. Everyone please do up to that.
Done.
Very good. Check whether every part of the code is correct with my one. From the top of this forever loop. Then there is one last part to do before finishing the project. That is to check whether the bird hit the obstacle. If the bird hit the obstacle, it should end the game. It should say game over. That can be done by again doing some changes in this forever loop. We have to put another for element loop. So everyone please go to loops and select for element value of list and place it on top of this change ticks by one code block. You have to place it like this. Did you all do that?
Yes. Yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Then you have to change this value to obstacle. How you can do that? Right click on value and change this to obstacle. Right click and select obstacle. And the list should be obstacles. List. Select obstacles from the drop down. Okay.
And
Okay. Then go to logic and select the first code block under conditionals. That is the if true then code block. Select this one. Place it inside this for element loop. Then we are going to do something similar to what we did earlier. Instead of true, we have to check some conditions. So again in the logic, select the first code block under Boolean, the AND code block. Select this AND, place it on top of true. Okay.
done.
Done. Good. Then again in logic, you will find under comparison the code block with the equal sign. Get that one and place it on the left hand side and also the right hand side. The first code block under comparison. Like this.
Done.
Good. Anyone still doing?
No, teacher.
Good. Then go to the games section and select Sprite X code block. Sprite X and put it on top of 0. Again go to game and select the same code and put it to all these places which are 0. Put the same thing. You can do it by duplicating also. Otherwise, you can go to game and take it 4 times and put it on top of 0. Good. Then you have to change these drop downs. The first drop down, it should be obstacle. Obstacle X equals to, next one should be bird. Bird X. And then third one should be obstacle Y. This one should be Y equals to bird Y. You have to change this Y also. Obstacle X equals to bird X and obstacle Y equals to bird Y. Did you all change the drop downs like that? Still doing? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Right. Then go to game again, game section again, and you will find a code block called game over. Scroll down at the bottom, you will find a code block called game over. Select that and put it inside the if condition. And that's it. You have made the game. Now you can play it as much as you like. Once you hit the obstacle, it should show game over. Can you all give me a raise of hands if you did the whole project? Completed the whole thing? Okay, I see so many arrays. Awesome. $11. Very good. 12. All right. That's it for the code, everyone. Those who have completed.
Teacher,
Yeah.
teacher, I have a problem. So
Yes.
I did the game, and when I go through this blank box too, it shows game over, and if I go through the lighted box also, it shows game over.
That means some condition over here is wrong. Yes, let's
share my screen then.
yes, those who have completed the project, you all can leave. Thank you all for joining. It's almost 9 p.m. Those who have completed, thank you.
Problem.
Right. Those who have completed,
Thank you, teacher.
right.
Thank you,
It's
teacher.
not showing game
Thank
over, like it's
you.
blinking. Like every line is coming.
You're
like a-
welcome. Give me a second, Azim.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Those who have completed can leave.
Teacher, shall I share my screen now?
Yep, yep. You can share.
Teacher,
Yes.
can
Yes.
recording?
Yeah, sure. They will email you the recording.
Teacher. Okay, teacher.
Okay. Bye.
Teacher.
Yes, Akif. I can see your screen.
There is something wrong.
Who is sharing? Akif or Setup? Akif, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Setup, give me a minute till I check this one. What is the issue, Akif? The word is all the time it is game over.
Got the number. What does he say?
Yes, teacher.
Yep. Can you give me remote control? Obstacle X equals to bird X and obstacle Y. This should be Y. Bird Y. Then only game. This and Y when you press B, it's not going up. This should be, yeah, it's correct. Change A by -1. Yep, it's working fine now, right? They show us in the last condition, you haven't changed it to Y. Akif, it's okay now, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. You can save that project. Yes, you can share. Azim. You can share the screen. Yes. What is the problem that you get?
Teacher,
Can you give me remote control? You haven't completed some parts. Start, set to create sprite 0 to Y. Set obstacles, and these two sections you have to remove from here. Set is correct. Then the for loop, if remainder while length of arrays is greater than 0 and obstacles get value equals to 0. Delete obstacle. This one is wrong. You have to take get and remove.
Teacher, you share the recording?
Yes, it will be email. Get and remove value.
Teacher, when should I show my project?
Wait a sec until we solve this issue. Obstacles, remove as well. while this then for element obstacle is coming second. Then if remainder of ticks, here you don't need to put a big random. You have to just divide it by 3. It's equals to 0. You check. Then you have to put this code block inside the if loop, if condition. Okay. Then you have to take another 4 element loop. And change the value to obstacle. And this one should be obstacle. And inside this, you have to put the if then. To put command. And then you have to put this one to both left and right. And the variables, you have to go to game and take sprite X. Put it to all these. This should be obstacle. Obstacle X equals to bird X. And obstacle Y equals to bird Y. If it is equal, then game over. And also you have to change 6 by 1. Okay, 4 4. Now it should be working correctly. Why is it doing that? Starts it, but creates it. While length of array obstacles greater than 0, obstacles F change x mass if remained x divided by 3, then where is the set? Zero to 4. Index 0 to 4 if index not equal to y, then and value. Now it seems correct as seen. But the game move is not working. Obstacle x equals to bird x and obstacle y equals to bird y, then game over. Assume
Yes, teacher.
there must be another slight issue. I don't see where the issue is there. Till I go through the other issues, I'll share a link. Can you check the code? Yeah, I will share a link where you will find the code.
Miss,
Yes,
may I
Sudha.
share?